So, second element time. This time I've decided to go for a unit. This is a chance for me to showcase how the army is going to look through its multi-basing scheme, which I've gone for a dark, swampy style graveyard. This is an old abandoned graveyard and I think adds to that Night Stalker feel, and you'll be able to see that through the multi-base on these models. So what have I done? Fiends. Fiends is what I've done. These are armour plated with bone armour, chitin, and obviously they look creepy, crawly and scary like every other Night Stalker, so why wouldn't I love them? They give me a chance to showcase more of that painting on the dark armour panels, and yeah, I hope you like.
Okay, my second element are nightmares. Now these are a regiment, because you're not allowed a horde. They're large infantry, and they've got big drills. I mean, who doesn't want a unit with big drills? They've also got a shooting attack, which is a 12-inch shooting attack, which makes them quite scary actually. And if you have them in hordes, obviously that's going to be in the later expanded army, they're going to be absolutely murderous. So at the moment we're going to just keep it at regiment size, which is still pretty dangerous for other regiment sizes. Now I followed the same type of paint scheme for the 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦 warriors. So I did the base coats and then did strong tone over the top and then highlighted. So that's my second element.
So my second element for my salamanders are lesser fire elements. I've gone off a different path rather than going down your usual red, yellow, orange flames. I've gone for blue because it's more magical and fits with the fantasy in my eyes. It also gave me a chance to play around with my airbrushing. So really happy with how these ones have turned out. Basing on this, I've gone for the fields, areas outside of the temples where it's a bit more dustier, like the bases of volcanoes on this, with still a little few ruins from temples on the base. And there'll be a variant of these basing and my temple basings through all the regiments and models. My next element to come up is one of my biggest models, and it's a phoenix.
Here with my second element. As I said, I picked a unit of riflemen. The riflemen will give the halflings a good range component, keeping things at nice arm's length. Again, with the painting, I've kept the colour scheme very similar to how I've done my cavalry, focusing on reds and yellows. With these, I've gone for more of a greeny brown look, kind of envisaging them hiding in bushes, picking out officers, taking out key parts of an enemy force. Kept the basing the same, threw a few tufts in there just to give it a bit of interest. And the next element I think I'm going to go for some spear spikes, which are the anti-cavalry infantry.
Hey everybody, this is John. I'm back with my second element of the ogre army I'm trying to build. In case you've missed the first one, again the theme is mercenaries who think they're good guys but are probably not particularly good at it. And let's get into probably why. So, second unit I've worked on, as promised, is a group order called boomers, which are one of the ranged elements of the current ogre list. As you can see, they're basically carrying cannons that they've stacked stocks onto and put bayonets onto. Again, the part about wanting to be good guys, but probably not very good at it. Again, the same armor theme has gone throughout. Crisp white that I took over with a sort of a pale blue wash. You've got two females, one male this time. Actually, no, 2 males and 1 female. Huh. Same basing elements, but we've added in basically guns. Note that the basic ogre kit does conclude the bits for both warriors and boomers. You can do 6 boomers, or 6 warriors, or 3 of each, which makes it a pretty diverse kit. And if you haven't watched our unboxing video for the ogres, I highly recommend checking it out. Same basic basing idea, and let's do a quick rotation. And as with all ogres, straps, leather straps, they are everywhere on these guys. If you decide to start painting this army, get ready to do a lot of them. But again, absolute blast working on these guys. Cannot wait to get cracking on the next element, which is going to be another group of warriors. You're going to see a theme with my ogres for a while, which is going to be a lot of alternation of warrior regiment, boomer regiment, warrior regiment, boomer regiment, until I get to the warlock, and eventually, again, the gobos, which I'm very much looking forward to getting cracking on.
So for my second element, I have picked a unit of revenants. These are the main cavalry unit for the Empire of Dust. They hit pretty hard, they're reasonably tough, and they are going to make up the core of my army. I painted these separately, so I kept the horse and the rider separately, painted them all up, got them glued down, looking great. I've gone for more of a wasteland type base rather than the normal sand, because I thought it'd be more esque as where they would be fighting. Other than that, my next element will be a unit of sandworms recently released. I'm really looking forward to these models. They're brand new, and I'm really looking forward to getting them on the board.